Two-question opinion essay for the IELTS writing test. Hi, I'm Mike Watty. I've been an examiner in Adelaide and Taipei. We're going to be looking at how you can identify a two-question opinion essay, how you can plan it, how to structure it. I'm going to present you with a sample answer and go through it in detail so that you can understand how and why I wrote each sentence in this essay. And then finally, we're going to finish with a homework topic that you might like to write at home. By the way, I have a writing correction service. You can send me in your essays to check your understanding, to check you know how to structure your essays. I'll look at all four grading criteria: the task response, cohesion and coherence, lexical resource, and also your grammar. I'll give you a mark, feedback on any mistakes, and highlight opportunities for you to increase your score. If you'd like details, check in the description of the video below. So in this video, we're going to be looking at a two-question essay where one of the questions asks for your opinion. This is very similar to other types of two-question essays such as problem and solution or cause and solution, but we need to make a few minor alterations because now one of the questions is asking for your opinion. Now, it's not just simply an opinion essay. That's number 1 and 2 on the list you can see on your screen. Essay number 1 and 2 only ask for your opinion. And this task involves one question and another question that's your opinion. Actually, as it turns out of all 6 question types, 5 of them ask for your opinion. The only question that doesn't ask for your opinion at all is number 3, the standard two-question essay like problem and solution or cause and solution. No part of that essay should be your opinion, but all the other question types are asking for your opinion, and in the part where it's your opinion, you must be giving your opinion using words like I, me, my. Let's look at a couple of sample instructions for this type of essay. At the top of your screen, you can see the type of questions that we're looking at for this video today. Why is this? Do you think this is a positive or negative development? The second question is asking for your opinion. The first question is not. And then below, further down on your screen, you can see the standard two-question essay. This is the kind for the previous video where neither of the questions asks for your opinion. You can see what are the reasons for this? How can people research this question? Neither of those questions is asking for your opinion. So we're looking at the first kind of task instructions. Let's look at our sample task, and as always we should divide the task instructions into 2, the topic and the question. In this case, the topic is working from home is becoming more popular. And then our 2 questions are, what are the reasons? Do you think this is a positive or negative trend? Now, when we make our plan, ideally we have 2 main ideas for the first question and 2 main ideas for the second question. One of the reasons for this is that the question word for question 1 is in plural, reasons. This indicates there should be 2 or more reasons. I think 2 is the perfect number. 1 is not enough to address the plurality of the question, and 3 is probably going to be too many. We're either going to end up with a very long essay or we're not going to sufficiently develop our main ideas. And developing main ideas is the key to getting high scores 7 and above. It's the development of your ideas and not coming up with lots of good ideas. Lots of good ideas, that's a knowledge test. This is an English test. The examiner wants to see your ability to develop your ideas. And this is what will push up your score. So really, if you've seen my other videos, I'm just recycling the same ideas. What I'm trying to do is keep the topic basically the same in these videos and then vary the question type. I want you to focus on the questions and how to structure your essays for these types of questions. So our reasons. Number one, because it's more flexible. We can kind of alter our schedule to fit our life. And another reason is that it saves time. We don't have to commute to an office. Then I'm going to say that it's totally positive. I recommend saying it's totally positive or totally negative. It's quite hard to fit an idea of positive and negative into the same paragraph. Also, given that my reasons are both positive, it seems logical to stick with positivity and say why these reasons are positive. The other thing I'm doing is connecting my two questions. So my reason of more flexible gets linked to my positive point of better work-life balance. And then saving time has a positive outcome of increasing social cohesion. You'll see how this works in a bit. Basically, if people have got more time, then they have more time to bond with their friends and family, and this leads to stronger bonds in society. The structure for this essay is 4 body paragraphs. We're going to have an introduction, a paragraph for question 1, a paragraph for question 2, and then a conclusion to kind of pull everything together and summarize it. Let's take a look at the introduction and what we need to do. There's always 2 things that we need to do in the introduction. First of all, we should paraphrase the topic. And then we should tell the reader what the essay is about or respond to the question words. Let's take a closer look at this. Home-based work has become increasingly prevalent. This essay discusses the causes of this trend and explains why I believe it is a beneficial development. Then we want to move on to the first body paragraph. And in terms of the body paragraphs for this essay, we're going to have a general topic sentence which introduces and clarifies which question we're going to be responding to. And then we're going to introduce our first idea, develop it, introduce our second idea, develop it. Let's take a closer look to see how this works. So I start off with a topic sentence that indicates to the reader that I'm addressing question 1, reasons. There are 2 main reasons why more people are choosing to work from their homes. Then I introduce the first one. The first of these is that this work mode is more flexible. Now I go on and develop this idea by explaining it and illustrating it with an example. If someone works from home, they can make their own schedule, unlike being tied to office hours in a traditional job. For instance, I work online building websites and often work at night because I find this is the best time I can concentrate. Then I introduce my second idea. Furthermore, it saves a lot of time. Now I'm going to explain it. The reason for this is that less time is wasted in traffic to go to an office. You might notice that I developed the first idea a bit more than the second. The reason why I did this is just to control the length of the essay. I find that you might have 3 sentences for the first idea, 2 sentences for the second. Make sure though that you always write at least 2 sentences per idea. Then we're going to want another body paragraph to cover the second question about why I think it's positive. I believe this is a positive phenomenon. So that's my topic sentence. I've made it clear that I'm giving my opinion and that I think it's positive. Now I'll go on to give 2 reasons and develop them. The most significant benefit is that it creates a better work-life balance. By enabling people to choose when to work and take a break, it is easier to fit work around other commitments. This can be particularly useful for people with children or other caregiving responsibilities. Another benefit is that it increases social cohesion. Eliminating the need to commute to work gives people more time to spend with their family and friends, which improves people's relationships. This strengthens the bond between people. Now, social cohesion is about the bonds in society, and you can think of cohesion as like stickiness, a bit like a glue, some sort of substance that can bond. Actually, we have this for the grading criteria. We have cohesion and coherence. So coherence is about your essay being understandable, and cohesion is about it all fitting together and using phrases to kind of glue or stick different parts together. For instance, when we use something like for example, this is a cohesive device that links an example back to an earlier point that we were making. Now we're going to want to have a concluding paragraph. This is quite simple to write. All we're going to do is summarize our response to the 2 questions. As always, I start my conclusion with the words "in conclusion." In conclusion, the motives for more people working remotely are due to them being able to set their own schedules and avoid the daily commute to the office. I think this has a positive impact as it helps people balance their work and leads to a more socially cohesive society. Now I'll show the entire essay on the screen. If you'd like to read it, you can pause the video and have a jolly good read. Otherwise, you could just download the PDF in the details below this video and read it at your own leisure. Let's have a look at a couple of issues that might arise when you're writing this type of question. The first one that I show you is a kind of unsupported opinion, or really perhaps it's just a bit of a mismatch between the response. So the reasons we've got are more flexible, saves time, and then let's imagine we wrote a body paragraph about it having both advantages and disadvantages. So our first advantage, better work-life balance, that fits well with reason 1. But how about reason 2, saves time? This is not responded to in the next paragraph. And then we've got this other idea of interruptions. Oh, but you'll be interrupted if you work from home. You'll have people bothering you all the time. It's true that could possibly be a disadvantage of working from home and a kind of negative outcome. But for me personally, for getting very high band scores, I like to see a fit between the 2 questions. This one doesn't really fit well. For this issue 2, overlapping responses, I'm going to use another set of task instructions because this one came to me recently when I was grading someone's essay. So the topic is increasing the price of petrol is the best way to solve growing traffic and pollution problems. To what extent do you agree or disagree? What other measures do you think might be effective? Now, in this essay, the student wrote a great paragraph about why he agreed, and he's got the idea people will drive less, but then the next idea, people will use public transport. The problem with putting this into the paragraph addressing the first question is that it also kind of addresses the second question. And so this is not great. This is what I mean by an overlapping response. This point could fit in both paragraphs, and I don't really like it, and I would replace the second reason for agreeing for something else. A second reason to agree that I think might be better is to argue that motorists should pay a higher tax because of the pollution that they're causing, so that this money could then be used to address this problem that they're causing. For instance, the money gathered from the tax could be used to plant trees to carbon offset the problem of people driving their cars. Homework for this topic. First of all, I want you to read the model answer and make sure that you understand it. Then I suggest you go on and do the homework exercise for this topic. You can get access to this by downloading the PDF in the details below this video. The homework task is: some people feel that entertainers such as film stars, pop musicians, or sports stars are paid too much money. Do you agree or disagree? Which other types of jobs should be highly paid? I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you download the PDF for this video. That way you'll have the full essay that you've just seen today, and also the other 5 types of questions that I've identified and that I'm making videos for. You might like to check out my writing correction service and also my writing ebook. Make sure you subscribe to me. That way you'll get notified when I release new videos. And please hit the like button if you've enjoyed the video.